Hello and welcome to yet another episode of Talking to the Machine. We are in episode 7, guys. We are moving on. We are cruising on well. We are cruising nicely, guys. Thank you for all the support that I'm getting. I can let me just go to the socials and show you what you guys are doing. Let me show you what you guys are doing. So as usual, we start from Githuma.com, and that's the window that opens you up to my LinkedIn page, and here we can find our latest show, guys, and here, look at that. And welcome to look at that, 33 views already. I need more subscribers for sure, so I'll give you a minute of subscription. Yeah, that's like Githuma.com kind of minute, not so long. So please press that subscribe button and press that bell icon so that you can be notified whenever I'm putting out content. Okay, so what is in store for us today? Today I'm thinking like on Tuesdays we're gonna be talking about terms. Okay, and so I kind of called it like Terms Tuesday. And yeah, Terms Tuesday basically is a day for talking terms. Okay, so today's terms of the day, we're gonna look at two things: something called the graphical user interface and something else called the terminal, and what is the difference between the two of them. Okay, and first of all, as usual, Google is our friend. So Google, tell us what is a graphical user interface. Okay, what is graphical? So graphical user interface, a computer program that enables a person to communicate with a computer through the use of symbols, visual metaphors, and pointing devices. And this is where we come in the mouse. Okay, so let's see. So some popular modern graphical user interface examples include Microsoft Windows, Mac OS, Ubuntu Unity, and Genome Shell for desktop environment, and Android, Apple iOS, BlackBerry, OS, Windows 10 mobile, all those. But basically, what a graphical user interface is, an interface whereby you can use pointers or mouse to navigate. So for our example today, I will try to use the other screen, and in this screen I'll try to show you what a graphical user interface is using something we call Visual Studio Code. So Visual Studio Code is a program that we as programmers use to make code and to build programs. But I just want to demonstrate this idea of a graphical user interface versus a terminal. So we have had the graphical user interface is let me just go back so that we're not losing you. Graphical user interface, yeah. Graphical user interface. Let me see if I can enlarge that. Yeah, graphical user interface, a computer program that enables a person to communicate with computer through use of symbols, visual metaphors, and pointing devices. So yeah, like graphics. Okay, anything that is graphical. So pointing devices, in this occasion we shall use the mouse, and I'm not sure if you can see my mouse, but if I come here and do this, I think you can be able to see that like it has changed. And so what we're going to do, the first thing we're going to do is we're going to create a folder inside here. Okay, so let me see. Okay, clone repository, open a folder, and in this case let me just create a new folder which is empty, and we'll call it test. So let's go to desktop create a new folder and call it test, and create it here, and we'll open it inside this graphical user interface. Okay, would access files in your desktop. Okay, we give it permission to do that. Okay, yes, I trust this. Okay, so we have a folder inside here called test, and so this is a graphical user interface. Why? Because I'm using a mouse to navigate. So if I want to create a file inside this, so we have a folder called test, and I want to create a file inside it, and I call the test file dot let me say test file.js. Let's say JS because it's a JavaScript file, just for example. Okay, so that is how I created that file. I came into, I used my mouse to click on an instruction, and that instruction created whatever I wanted to create, and we got a file. And we can create a component here. Let's do rfc ce. Let's do that. So we can create our file like that, and we have our just used test. We have just used what is it called? We have just used JavaScript to we have used a graphical user interface to create something inside the file. So we can create another file inside here and a folder inside here, and we can call it test inside test inside. Okay, and you see now if I need to navigate into this, I can create another folder inside here and say test file inside.js. okay, so you can see I can navigate, I can come to this file, and I can navigate to this other one which doesn't have anything. Okay, so that is a graphical user interface. What is a terminal? So let's go back to our Google, and Google, our friend, will tell us what is the terminal. Terminal. Let's look. So what's the meaning of terminal? No. Terminal in programming. Okay. Okay, a terminal is simply a text-based interface to the computer. In a terminal, you can type commands, manipulate files, execute programs, and open documents. When working in a terminal, the current directory is called the working directory. So you can see now the terminal is text-based. It's not graphics, it's only text. And for us to see that, let's come to our program, and what we're gonna do, we're gonna Control J so that we call the terminal inside this, and yeah, you can see my terminal has opened, and now I want to create the terminal file. Okay, so first of all, I want to check which directory I'm working in. So if I do pwd, this is the present working directory, or let me just confirm that. Let me confirm that. I don't want to misguide you. pwd meaning. Let's just open a new one here, and pwd meaning command. Yeah. Print working directory. Yeah. So pwd means print working directory. As you can see here, pwd stands for it prints the path of the working directory starting from the root. Example. So in our case, we can see the current working directory, or the directory that we're in, is called test, and this is basically the big test file here. Okay, this one outside here. So I want to see what is inside it so that I confirm. I can confirm like it's the actual test file like I'm looking at, and this one is ls, which is for listing. and inside it I can see test inside and test file. So we are actually in this main test file. Okay, now I want to create a folder inside here, so I will make a directory. Make a directory. A directory is also another word for a folder. Okay, so we'll make a directory, and in this directory we're gonna call it terminal directory. Terminal directory. Okay, terminal dir. Dir is short form for directory. And if you can do that, you can see a file has been created up here, a terminal directory. And then if I want to move inside that terminal directory, if I list it here, for example, let me just list, let me list like this, so that you can not like that. Let me just list. So if I list like that, you can see there's a terminal dir, there's test inside, and there's test file. And you can see on the hierarchy, this terminal, we are still outside this file. We're still outside the folder. So we want to go inside that folder, and we can do this by using a command called change directory. And so when we do cd is a change directory, and it directs you inside this folder. So we can change directory and decide which directory we want to move into. And in our case, we want to move into the terminal dir. Okay, I can use the tab button to just autocomplete it. So once I do that, you can see I've now been moved. If we print the current working directory, we can see we are inside the terminal directory. You look at the end of the path. The end of the path determines where exactly you are. So we are inside there, and we want to create a file inside. Let's look at it. We can see already it's empty. Okay, and even here, if we do this, it's empty. Okay, but we want to create a file inside it. So we're gonna use a command called touch, and we're gonna call it terminal dir dir.js. Okay, and there we go. A file has been created inside that folder. Are you seeing that? So if I want to go back to the actual, like the root of the computer, I just do a cd here, and it will take me back all the way to the main hierarchy of the filing system that I have. And if I list it here, you can see now there's other files which are not here. Okay, but again, remember, we have the cd command which can lead us to where we want to go. So for example, I know this file is inside this file that I've just created a test. I can be able to track it by looking at where it is. So let's start by maybe investigating using the cd, and let's move maybe into desktop, because I think we put it in desktop. Okay, so let's look at desktop, and if we are less inside the desktop, if we go inside the desktop, we're looking for test. Okay, so we are looking for a folder called test. Can you see it here? It is here. Okay, and so we want to go inside test and look if it's the one that we are looking for. So cd, we're gonna do test there, and yeah, let's look inside it, and you can see it's the one with the terminal dir and all these kind of things. Okay, and if we want to go now to the, let's say, test inside, so we're gonna cd into test inside, test inside, and yeah, we can now ls there, and you can see the test inside JS is there inside. Now if you want to go just one file back, you can do the cd and you put 2 dots here, and so like, let's first of all print the current working directory, and so that you can see we are inside the test inside. So we want to go back into test, so we will do cd and give it 2 two dots there, and it will take us back to test. And you can see that we are back inside test here. We were inside test inside, and even here, if I print the current working directory, you can be able to see through the path that we are doing test. So now I hope you understood. So terminal, why I'm telling you this is because one of the reasons why terminal, we have still terminal now, like we have advanced, we have the mouse and the computer. The terminal is a very good place to tell you what is happening, okay? So if, for example, I'm trying to open up a program and it's not like opening, sometimes it goes round and round and round and round and round, and you're wondering what is happening, okay? So what might that be caused by, and things like that. You might be wondering what is the problem, what is the problem happening. But with the terminal, it actually tells you what you're creating. It is a place where you can have a conversation with your machine. So let me just demonstrate this. I want to create a React app, okay? And I want to use yarn npm. You can do npx, or you can use yarn. Let's just confirm that. Google is always our friend, okay? So let's say create React app using yarn. Yarn is another package which is more, it's more, I find it better. It returns less errors than npx, okay? So I like using yarn myself, so it's argumentative. But anyway, so we're gonna create a React app, and by creating that React app, I just want you, don't worry so much about what a React app is, but like what I want you to see is that the process, the computer talks back to you and tells you what it's doing at every stage, okay? So let's go on and copy this, and then we are going to go inside, we are inside the pwd, again, always confirm. We are inside the test, and we want to create that React app inside this test folder, okay? So we're gonna copy that command, and basically it's yarn create React app, and app name here we are gonna call it terminal, okay? Terminal, because we are highlighting terminal, okay? Terminal test, okay? Terminal test, and let's go on and create that. And you can see, first of all, it's resolving packages, okay? It is telling you what it's doing. It's giving you all this information. So what happened first? It started by resolving packages, then it went and fetched packages that it needed, then it started linking dependencies, then it built a fresh package, and then success installed create app 5.1 with binaries create React app. So it's creating a new React app in it's telling you where it's creating the new app, and it's creating a new React app inside the terminal test. Like I've told you, this is terminal test. It's here. It's creating it inside here, okay? It's creating it inside here, but you can see inside the visual side, we're not seeing what it's saying. We don't know what is happening, okay? If we go to the graphical side, we can't see what is happening. But if we go into the terminal side, you can see it is installing packages. This might take a couple of minutes. So first it's installing React. It's installing React DOM, and then React scripts and CRI templates. So it is doing that. We can see that, okay? Then it tells you module, for example here, it's telling us no log file found. So then it has to resolve that issue, okay? It's resolving that issue within itself, okay? And then it's going to fetch these packages and then link dependencies, and you can see now they're starting to populate, but it's because here you can see so success saved log file, okay? So you can see the log file is this one, yarn.log. You can see log file there, all this information, and some of them is more about dependencies and all these kind of things. So it gives you a whole log. We call it logs. It logs for you all that it has done, okay? And you can see all the process step by step, and we can see success and install packages, created git commit. So success created terminal test at this. Inside that directory, you can run several commands. Yarn start starts the development server. Yarn build bundles the app into static files for production. Yarn test and all that. So, for example, let's do a yarn start. And I will do yarn start just to show you that the app was created actually. So let's do a yarn start, and it will gonna open. No. We have to first go into this folder that we have created. So let's so it's good for you to see me making mistakes so that you know, like, it's not a perfection. It's not a perfection thing. It's about knowing how to do things, like knowing how to solve problems when they occur. So we called it terminal test. So we have to cd first into the terminal test. Okay. Terminal test. Okay. So once we're inside there, then we can do a yarn start. Okay. And the yarn start, you can see React it's starting development folder, and yeah, it has opened on another. It has actually opened on another browser, but let me just pull this one here. Okay, so basically that is the application that has been created. This application is what has been created. Okay, and we can actually even inspect that and see it is the actual. Let's inspect it. Okay, and you can see, let's go to console. No, let's go to elements. You can see all this. You can see when I touch the different parts, like you can see it's reacting. So anyway, that is all about what we call graphical user interfaces and terminal. So myself, I really love using the terminal because the terminal gives you information. That's how you can be able to decode. That's how you can be able to see what is happening. And actually, once you actually get sorry for that. Once you actually get used to using the terminal, it's kind of hard to go back to the graphical user interface. You only use the graphical user interface when maybe you're watching the movie or surfing the web. But when you're doing the development, you'll find it more easy and faster to use the terminal. Okay, guys, it's been a pleasure. Oops. Sorry. It's been a pleasure, and what I want you to tell you is please subscribe to my channel. Follow if you haven't subscribed yet. Follow me on Instagram, not Instagram, LinkedIn. Follow me on my LinkedIn page, and yeah, check me out on all the socials. Actually, you can actually follow me on Instagram right now because it's George Githuma. But yeah, first of all, follow me on LinkedIn. Let's interact there, and you can also post your comment down here, ask your question, tell me something that you think that I can improve with the show, tell me something that I can make it better, how can I reach you much more better. And with that, I want to say goodbye and thank you. Share it with a friend if you think this is worth it. Blessed day.